After a long time, I am getting a new shirt stitched. Yesterday, I went to the tailor shop. The tailor took my measurements using a measuring tape. I was curious. What if we had used a ruler to take these measurements? Would it have worked? No. That's because a ruler is hard and cannot bend. And the tailor needs to measure body parts that are not flat surfaces. So we need something bendable. After taking my measurements, the tailor measured the cloth that was to be made into a shirt. This time, the tailor used a meter rod to measure the length of the cloth. We used different things for measuring straight and curved surface. But why do we need different instruments to measure different things? Let's find out. We will start with this book and measure its length and breadth. First, we place the ruler just beside this book, along its length. We will place it in such a way that its zero mark is placed along one edge of the book. We can observe that the other end of the book touches the 13.7 centimeter reading on the ruler. So, the length of the book is 13.7 centimeters. How did we calculate it? It's just the difference between the starting and the ending reading on the scale for the object we are measuring. What if the ruler is broken and missing some marks? Can we still use it to measure the length? Yes, we can. We can take any other clear mark on the scale and put it on one end of the book. For example, we put the 1 centimeter mark on the scale on one end of the book. Now the other end is touching the 14.7 centimeter mark. So to calculate the length of the book, we subtract 14.7 centimeters and 1 centimeter. This gives us 13.7 centimeters. So we can use a broken ruler to measure lengths. We can use rulers to measure straight edges. But what will we use if we want to measure curved surfaces like this line on the cover of the book? Like we saw at the tailor shop, we can use something like a measuring tape to find the lengths of curved surfaces. Let's try and find out the length of this curve. If we measure the length of the curve using a ruler, we get 7.2 centimeter. Is this the correct length of the curve? No, it isn't. When we measure the length of a straight object, all the points along the length of the object are aligned to a ruler. So the length of the object is equal to the difference between its starting and ending reading on the ruler. Unlike a straight line, when we try to fit a curved line onto the ruler, not all the points are aligned with it. You can very well see the actual length of the curve is longer than the measurement we can observe on the ruler. So how do we measure the length of a curve? Well, we need something which can be used to trace all the points on the curve. To do that, all we need is a string. We will make a marking on one end of the string and put it on one end of the curved line. And then we carefully trace the path of the whole curve. After reaching the other end, we put another mark on the end point of the curve. So if we now stretch the string from end to end, what do we get? A straight line which has the length of the curve. We can use the ruler to measure its length now. Let's see what we get. Oh wow! The curve was 13.7 centimeters. That's as long as the length of the book. This reminds me of how the tailor measured the length around my wrists. Not with the help of a string, but with the help of a measuring tape. The measuring tape can be used to find the length of curved surfaces. I need to go and take my shirt from the tailor. In the meantime, you should try and measure the lengths of straight and curved edges around you. And remember, we stay curious.